Next Level Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Live from Medal of Honor Field in Denton, Texas, is the SFL playoffs, and we have the Lone Star Glory playing host to the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Welcome in. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Ramos Ling. Alongside me in the booth is none other than Mark Lopez. And Mark, the playoffs continue on. The winner of this game will go to Vancouver to face the Vancouver Legion. How are you today?
Man, Ramos, I am excited. And these two teams are also excited to face off each other in the playoffs. Sioux Falls coming back to the playoffs after 2 seasons of being AWOL, and Lone Star as well being the leader in their division hosting Sioux Falls. I think, Ramos, we're going to see a lot of fireworks. Both teams are made up of incredible players. We're going to see some incredible star players in this game. Going to be fun talking about how this game progresses, and yeah, looking forward to it.
The Lone Star Glory, the winners of the South Division this season, the third division, different division winner in the last 3 seasons in the South, and the Sioux Falls Sparrows with a record-setting defense as far as turnovers is concerned, a plus 29 turnover differential for the Sioux Falls Sparrows, and that was really the big difference in their season after being outside of the playoffs over the last couple of seasons. It is heads, and the Lone Star Glory win the coin toss. They will defer to the second half, so we will see the Sioux Falls Sparrows offense first. Julian Tyree and company. And we are ready for more playoff action. Very glad that you're with us. James Stroll has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from Lone Star. This one being returned from inside the end zone. AJ Levy tries to make spin move. Just gets to the 20-yard line. And let's introduce you here to the Sioux Falls offense. Julian Tyree is at quarterback. 13 seasons in the SFL. GP Wells and Charmaine Cornelius at the backfield spots. AJ Warren, Noé Terrazas, and Al Dilapre Sr. with K. Marion at wide receivers. Tight end is Cesar Ackerman. And the left guard is Moose Mitchell, the rookie. Shotgun formation to start this one from Julian Tyree, and an offsides free play. Tyree will get sacked, but it's going to be a 3 yards on the first play for Sioux Falls. We'll have a 1st and 5, and we're going to take a look at R62 very quickly.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate start for this Lone Star defense, gonna get the 5-yard penalty, but it's going to be a story of starts. How will each team start each drive, and how will each team sort of leverage both their star players? You have the star player for Sioux Falls, GP Wells, the rookie running back, has been stellar all season. Ramos was stellar in their last win in the wildcard match, and will he be stellar this afternoon?
4-3 defense here for the Lone Star Glory, and an I formation heavy set. Is going to be a pass. The pass going to be caught by GP Wells. Makes a guy miss. GP Wells tries to go to the outside and is unable to do so. A 4-yard pickup will bring up a 2nd and short. GP Wells, a really good halfback out of the backfield. A very young player here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows offense. And one of their bright spots here on the offensive side of the ball. Same formation this time. They're going to hand the ball off to GP Wells, who's got a lot of room, and GP Wells gets 10 yards before he's even touched by the Lone Star secondary. 1st down.
And already we see GP Wells impacts 2 plays, 2 touches to GP Wells, and that is going to be the key for Sioux Falls in this game. Offensively, you got to let GP Wells cook. Just his ability to stretch the field as well as rush down the middle will get your defense in all sorts of fits.
GP Wells was the 3rd overall pick in the most recent draft after Colin Hart signed with the Louisiana Revolution. This one goes for no gain, though, as the Lone Star defense makes the stop. And let's introduce you to the Glory defense. Jukin Rukin and Joe Guibar at defensive ends. Boba Caudell and Tina Begin are the defensive tackles. Linebackers are Freddie Trammell Bogey Barr and J. Mart. Corners, Mickey McGuire and Bo Martin Jr. The safeties are Evan Lacey, Albert Begin, and Nate Hall. 4 wide receivers this time. And it's going to be a play action. Tyree, with time, runs out of time and goes. Huge sack.
Wow. That is number 92. Tina Begin already having an incredible season. Ramos, and a huge sack to start this season or this playoff for their team.
It's the second time Julian Tyree gets hit in the backfield in this game very early on. The previous one did not count because of the penalty, but that time it did count and it goes down. 3rd and 18 for the Sioux Falls offense. Tyree to throw. Tyree will step up in the pocket, throwing the pass is picked up. Lacey with the interception, and the Lone Star Glory defense putting a lot of pressure on Tyree early on. Sioux Falls, the #1 team in turnover differential, -1 so far.
Absolutely. That had interception written all over it. Ramos with number 20, even Lacey on that interception. And as you said, #1 in turnover ratio, turning the ball over. But that was carried, or that was sort of provided by this defensive front of Lone Star, just forcing the pressure.
Information here for Lone Stars. First play of the game. They're going to hand the ball off to McBride, and she's got 3 yards on the play. Let's introduce you to the Lone Star offense. Ace Fennec at quarterback and Mike McBride at halfback, with Mateo Pravado at the fullback position. Wide receivers are Ziggy Ronick, Greg Soto, Deuce Fennec, and Dave Axis. Playing in his last postseason, Dave Axis is going to retire at the end of the season. Adam Williams at tight end, and the center is Rylan Caudell at 6'7", 350 pounds. 3-time All-Star. He's the player with the most All-Star appearances in this Lone Star squad. Fennec to pass. The pass to the outside. There's a diva. Dave Axis got about 5 on the play. Make it a 3rd and manageable.
And it'll be interesting how we see Lone Star and their passing game. We've seen them throughout the season. Ramos, in contrast to Sioux Falls, the way they use their running back, Ike McBride, is they spread the field with their receivers, allowing Ike McBride, you thin the defenders and you leave opening for McBride.
12 personnel that time for Fennec. The pass is going to be hit as he throws it. It is incomplete. Almost picked off on the play as the Sioux Falls Sparrows defense makes a strong stop. That was Nick Fargo, the 6-time All-Star, most of any player in this game, and it's going to be 4th down.
That would have been 3rd interception for him this season, 1st in the playoffs. And this team, the takeaways, it's so scary. Ramos, and anytime you see a defender next to the point of delivery of the ball, you might think it might be a coin toss as to whether it's an interception or not.
By the Sioux Falls defense, they were in a tough position, and they forced the punt as this ball bounces inside the 10, and it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. So we'll see Julian Tyree's offense at the 20-yard line. The Sioux Falls Sparrows been in the championship game a couple times in the past, seasons 14 and 15, but 0-2 in those championship games, losing against the Swarm and Vultures respectively. Sioux Falls trying to get back to the 3rd championship game in franchise history. Strong eye for the Sparrows offense. Handoff goes to GP Wells, and he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Both defenses playing really strong on the start of this one.
Absolutely, and that's sort of the key to Lone Star's defense, is to make sure that GP Wells doesn't gain much yardage on the handoff, limit his yards to 1, 2, or even 0 yards, and that way you're forcing Tyree to throw down the field. We know he's not the best. He's had, pretty good interception, but when he's pressured down the middle, it's what caused the first interception of this game.
Look for the deep post route here. Julian Tyree passes. Is going to be the deep post route, in the pass back enough way and intercepted once again by the Lone Star defense. -2 for the Sioux Falls Sparrows offense. And that was in quadruple coverage.
Wow. In under 6th place for Sioux Falls. Not even, basically, not even a full down obtained. That already 2 turnovers. It's going to be a scary night for the Sioux Falls offense. They're going to get, I'm surprised they didn't run the ball through GP Wells more, get him going early before relying to Tyree.
Mickey Gunny McGuire on the interception after Albert Begin knocked that one away. As Ace Fennec will throw the pass, middle of the field is going to be caught wide open is going to be the receiver right there. Trying to get a number for you here, folks. It's number 81, if I can say correctly. That's Deuce Fennick on the catch. And the Sioux Falls defense, Biff Markham and James Kelly at defensive ends. Corey Dobbins, Ray West, defensive tackles. Jason Strongbow, Nick Fargo, and Derek Williams at linebackers. Corners are Ernest McCrae Sr., John Barnhart, and Nathan Barnett, with Terrell Davis as well. Safeties Jay Ringgold and AJ Levy, the 13th season veteran. And this one is going to be a sack for a 4-yard loss on the play, as both defenses really putting a lot of pressure on the opposing team's quarterbacks. Derek Williams from the linebacker on a blitz.
And both quarterbacks also sacked quite often this season. Ace Fennick, 16th worst in terms of sacks. And already first sack of the playoffs for him in that one.
Second team on the play. Fennick to throw. Fennick, the pass is going to be incomplete as the wide receiver, Deuce Fennick, or excuse me, Greg Soto, was, man, it was just sent to battle right there with no weapons. John Barnhart with the coverage. And actually, he delivered the hit on Jay Ringgold, but a very dangerous throw.
Both him and Jay Ringgold, by the way, amongst the players in Sioux Falls who have 8 or more interceptions. There are 4 players in the Sioux Falls defense who have 8 or more interceptions, and then you add the 3 total team interceptions from their previous game in the playoffs, and this is a scary team, so any hit, jar the ball open, it can be an interception in a minute.
3rd and 14, Fennick to throw. Fennick with a lot of time, runs out of time, and goes down again. Biff Markham on the sack, and the Lone Star Glory, after back-to-back possessions with great field position, will come up empty as they will be forced to punt.
And that is the story. It has been the story of this afternoon. Ramos has been this defensive fronts just getting home, getting to these quarterbacks. I think the offensive line will have to go back. The coaches will have to coach them back up. Say, protect your quarterbacks better. That will be the key to this game. Will be who can protect the quarterback better in situations where they have to make big plays in those big 3rd down situations.
Punt will go into the end zone for a touchback. As you take a look at the updated numbers, not a lot of offense here in the first 6 minutes of play, as both defenses have looked really, really strong. 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers set here for the Sparrows offense. GP Wells offset to the left. Tyree does back go. The pass goes to Wells, and GP Wells makes a guy miss, but not the second one, as he gets a couple of yards, and it's going to be a 2nd down.
And GP Wells' impact on the team has been incredible. His ability to generate offense on his own. We saw him, especially when partnered with Cornelius, leading the way, blocking for him. This time, however, unable to pick up yards for more than 2 yards.
12 personnel here for the Sparrows offense. Tyree under center will throw. The pass goes to the outside. GP Wells with a lot of room. GP Wells gets the first down and more. GP Wells to the 41-yard line. A 20-yard pickup, making 19 yards officially, moves the chains for the Sparrows.
Wow, and GP was just running well after the catch. That is his ability in both the running and pass game, is his ability to provide that sort of extra yardage after the catch. And I think the key for this defense, for Lone Star, really, we said about Lone Star preventing GP Wells from getting a lot of yards. Well, when he does, your next key is to make those tackles, execute on the tackles, and at least in that one, they did. There were no broken tackles. And GP Wells, that is what he is known for, broken tackles. We have yet to see one.
That's true, as there's going to be a split backs formation here for the Sparrows. There's going to be a handoff and a lot of room again. That was the fullback, actually. The fullback on the carry. Yep, Cornelius gets about 5 on the play. And it's going to be a 2nd and short. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time, but our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. As another pass, this one goes to Cornelius again for a 1st down.
And wow, Cornelius already putting a mark on this game. Usually the one blocking forward for GP Wells. He was also pivotal in their playoff game, in the first playoff game in the previous round. And just the combo of him, the fullback combo of him and GP Wells from the backfield really puts all sorts of defenses into all sorts of fits.
Pass. Julian Tyree will throw middle of the field, and pass is caught. A beautiful throw by Julian Tyree. And Cesar Ackerman has a catch. First down, Sioux Falls.
And that was incredible by both Tyree throwing under pressure and finding his man down the field. And look at this route running. Finds the only open spot in the defense. No other defender was looking at the ball. Only him making that reception. So both incredible plays on catcher and passer.
First down and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. Julian Tyree, another swing pass, goes to G. Wells. He goes for maybe 1 yard. That was Julian Tyree's 8th pass attempt of the game, 6 of 8 so far, and 2 interceptions. So those 2 incompletions have been picks. 2nd and 9 coming up.
And they're not a huge gain for GP Wells, but an incredible stat for him, of course, has been his usage rate. He has been used a lot throughout the season and even in the previous game, and his ability to provide leverage that way. Again, another play for GP Wells.
Another play for GP Wells, indeed. That one goes for a pickup of 3 yards, and the Sioux Falls Sparrows are in the red zone with a 3rd and 6. The SFL convention is coming to the Las Vegas Strip July 10th to the 12th. HyperX Sports Esports Arena at the Luxor will host the season kickoff featuring all 28 teams in action. Live commentary throughout the day, every game on the big screens, and your chance to be introduced to the world as a football star. Room rates are just $80 per night stay. Visit simulationfl.net/convention as we have the first touchdown of the game. Sioux Falls, Noe Terrazas wide open in the end zone, 6-0.
Wow, and that must have been a defensive breakdown. Ramos, because Terrazas was wide open. Nobody there to cover the corner. He was there on an island. And wow, and credit Tyree as well for finding his man in a split second. They make that play, complete that pass, complete the touchdown, and put points on the board.
Visit www.simulationfl.net/convention for more information and to reserve your room for the SFL convention. Again, Las Vegas, July 10th through the 12th. It's going to be exciting. Sioux Falls will put the extra point, which is up and good. 7-0. The Sparrows lead. And Sparrows team that has been intercepted a couple times. The offense was unable to move the ball with consistency. And Julian Tyree just engineers a beautiful drive.
Beautiful drive for sure, and no incompletions this time in that drive. All completed passes, some solid running by GP Wells early on in that drive, and I think that'll be the story of this offense. The combination of running of GP Wells will enable the passing of Julian Tyree.
The return is going to go from Greg Soto to the 26-yard line. The Lone Star Glory have won the last 2 matchups against the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Sioux Falls has not beaten the Glory in about a calendar year and a half. Last win, August 29th, 2020, when they defeated Lone Star 33-28. However, Sioux Falls really has not beaten Lone Star on the road since March of 2020. So more than 2 years already. Fennec to throw. The pass going to be caught. And turning the corner is the receiver. Greg Soto gets a first down. That was a great play by the receiver right there.
Yeah, the extra yards after the catch was pivotal on that one. Greg Soto, who in week 14 of the season was the receiving leader for this team, 94 yards, is the receiving leader of the team with 70 receptions, 736 yards for the season. So it is no surprise that he was thrown to on that one and got a lot for his team.
Fennec to throw. Fennec, the pass inside is picked off.
What?
Picked off by the Sparrows. Wow, Nathan Barnett with the interception. And the Sioux Falls Sparrows will have phenomenal field position.
Oh my. I was wondering how in the heck did he get that catch? That interception, but no, he saw that ball going where it is. It might have been thrown too early, I think, Ramos, because the receiver was nowhere near the ball and the interception was made.
Wow, what a pick. 12 personnel, Tyree, who checks it to GP Wells, makes a guy
there he
miss.
goes.
GP Wells, yeah, 6 yards on the play. Make it a 2nd and 4.
That's kind of what we have seen all season. It's just GP Wells spins, makes one man miss, and then takes 2 men down with him. This guy is just an unstoppable force, and they'll need more men to put on him to, limit his yardage. That's all you got to do. Limit his yard. He's gonna get the ball a lot. You got to limit his yardage.
Bar formation here. A handoff goes to GP Wells.
Oh,
GP
good
Wells
tackle.
pushes forward. Yeah, good open field tackle. 3-yard pickup.
And you can see it right there. GP Wells was really itching for that first down. But again, that was tackled by number 57, J Mart on that one. So good on them, forcing a 3rd and 1. But it's just 3rd and 1, Ramos. This could easily be a conversion by GP Wells.
Do they swing it over to GP Wells here on a pass? No, it's going to be a handoff. Wells will not get a first down. J Mart on the tackle. And back-to-back great plays by the linebacker as this is the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back from Denton, Texas. It is a Simulation Football League presented by APA Music on Next Level Sports. We'll be right back. Here in Medal of Honor Field, the offense stays on the field. First play of the second quarter. I formation is a very long yard here. But it looks like Julian Tyree is just trying to make the Lone Star defense jump off sides. Will he do it? Doesn't look like the Glory is budging here. And he will just barn a timeout, I'm pretty sure. There it is. Well, I don't disagree necessarily with the call. Lone Star did get enough sides on the first quarter. So you want to see what you can get.
And I mean, you have GP Wells in your backfield, Ramos, and, that's the kind of thing where if you're the defense, you're really guessing. I mean, credit to Lone Star still for not budging, but when you have a star running back in the backfield, you really got to be thinking, oh boy, they could really go for this.
Sioux Falls historically is known for getting a quarterback sneak from time to time.
Not in a long yardage, not in a long 1 yard, maybe.
Not really, but you never know with them. There's been times where I've seen do the quarterback sneak on like 2nd and 6 and stuff. As this punt goes away, gonna bounce at the 8-yard line at the 1 and inside the end zone for a touchback. Lone Star will get the ball back. A Lone Star offense that's been pretty anemic here in the first half of play. Last drive they got intercepted. Ace Vanek overall 3 of 6 for 30 yards, 1 pick. Ike McBride has only gotten the ball 1 time. And they will show 3 wide receivers. To throw, Fennec. To pass inside, the pass caught, one hand. Deuce Fennec gets the catch. 13 yards on the play, and Lone Star moves the chains. Perhaps the best play of the game on offense, alongside Greg Soto's here for the Lone Star Glory.
Deuce Fennec, I thought he bobbled that ball for a split second there, but makes a catch with one hand. That puts him over 500 yards in the season. His first yards of, or sorry, not the first yards, but in this playoffs already generating yards for his team. Another first down for his team. So Deuce Fennec really liking that one.
Same formation, or a very similar formation at least, with 3 wide receivers and 2 backs in the backfield. To throw again. The pass inside, caught again. Deuce Fennec gets a first down. And the slot corner got completely lost on that one.
Yeah, I mean, already 2 for 2 in this drive, and that one, Deuce Fennec will really want to exploit that sort of weakness. That wasn't really a weakness, and yet I think that you're right, Ramos. It was just the cornerback getting lost in that one, unable to cover fast enough.
3 wide receivers set one more time. The pass inside is caught. Williams on the catch. Gets 8 on the play, make it a 2nd and 2, and I think that's the game plan today for Lone Star. They're going to throw the ball and throw the ball some more, as Ike McBride has gotten the ball 1 time here in the first 12 and a half minutes of play.
But it kind of has been their game plan in many of their games has been throw the ball often, and that way you thin out the defense, which will eventually enable Ike McBride to make her own big plays.
4-3 defense here for the Sparrows. Split backs formation. Another throw coming. The pass to the outside is caught.
Wow.
Soto turns the corner again. 15, 10, 5, and finally stopped inside the 5-yard line. Greg Soto puts the Lone Star Glory inside the 10. 1st and goal.
Credit AJ Levy with a touchdown saving tackle right there. The team's leading tackler makes another important one after this broken tackle. Levy saves this drive. Tackles number 18, Greg Soto, who, by the way, had an incredible catch at that one. Wow. Both sides playing insane.
1st and goal at the 5. And I'm also having the stream here on laser.gg as this handoff goes for McBride in the end zone. Touchdown, Glory.
Who said she needed many carries? She just needs the one that scores, and she got the score right here. Easy peasy for the Lone Star Glory, and Ike McBride puts 6 on the board.
No kidding. Like right before the touchdown, I got a card from laser.gg, and it was the Lone Star card. So Laser with the prediction right there as the Glory get in the end zone, and they're an extra point away from tying this one up.
Both teams, after each of them having 2 very slow starts, very unproductive drives, make back-to-back scoring drives. One by Sioux Falls, followed up immediately by one by Lone Star.
This extra point goes up, and it is good. 7-7. The Sioux Falls Sparrows and the Lone Star Glory exchanged touchdowns over the last couple of drives. And after a very, very sluggish start of the game on offense, both teams finally settling down here with still 8:51 left in the 2nd quarter. It's returned by AJ Levy past the 20. Gets to the 25-yard line, and we will see Julian Tyree on offense again. Julian Tyree, 8 of 10 so far in this game, 75 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 picks, with a quarterback rating at about 90-something so far. And only Noe Terrazas has a catch as a wide receiver. One catch, 17 yards. The other catch by the, weapons other than the backfield. Cesar Ackerman, 1 catch, 15 yards. 5 wide receivers this time. Tyree to pass. The pass is going to be in coverage, but caught somehow by Al Dillapre Sr. for a pickup of 5.
And there you go, your first wide receiver catch besides Noe Terrazas. But still, that's going to be what Julian Tyree would want to do this time. Don't throw into coverage. Get into, throw into your open man. Make your man have easy catches, comfortable catches. Don't turn the ball over.
Right back's formation this time. The pass to the inside is caught.
Oh, wow.
And making a spin move right there is Noah Terrazas one more time. Second catch of the game, 34 yards, moves the chains.
Might be flipping the script a bit here, is what Sioux Falls is doing. We haven't seen it 2 straight plays. GP Wells touch the ball. I don't remember the last time we've seen several back-to-back plays where GP Wells was not touching the ball. I think this is 3 consecutive plays for Sioux Falls, stretching back to the previous drive. But we'll see. Looks like this time GP Wells might get the ball.
High formation here, heavy set. There's going to be a pass to the outside. GP Wells past midfield. GP Wells to the 45. And finally pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line as Albert began and Mika McGuire make the stop. GP Wells now with 6 grabs here in the first half, approaching 50 already. And he's been really the main target, for this Sioux Falls offense, both in the run game and in the passing game.
Yep, and that has been the way it's been all season. His average usage rate, that is, we look at targets and carries, has been 49.2% all season for his team. He's almost half this offense.
Offside, free play as GP Wells gets bottled up, but it's going to be a free first down for the Desperados offense, and for the second time, the Lone Star Glory defense jumps off sides.
That is unfortunate, although that could have been the reason why they got to GP Wells in the first place, was that they beat him to the punch, had the first step on him. I feel like GP Wells is thinking if they didn't make that, that penalty, he probably could have ripped more yards than what this penalty's given them.
First and 10, ball at the 39-yard line. 4 wideouts on this one, and GP Wells is offset to the right. It's going to be a play-action play. Tyree with time. Tyree throws it to GP Wells, who runs west to east instead of north-south. And loses 2 on the play, or east to west, rather. Loses 2.
He did kind of run north to south, except he ran to south, as in he ran backwards, which is unfortunate, that play. Still, second and 12, maybe another chance to gain yards in this one.
Second and 12, another handoff. Wells, GP Wells gets destroyed in the backfield. Tina Begin, as we just kind of didn't know what to say, but
I mean, that contact was made exactly at the second of the handoff. Tina Begin was there, as the play began. But wow, what a play!
Going deep, and the pass is caught. It's caught past the defense. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
That was
How
incredible.
do you leave him that wide open?
I don't know. Not only was he wide open, he probably made himself wide open. I think that was all him. Oh,
Yeah.
You're right. Nobody was there as well.
She was wide open. Like Kay Marion just absolutely burned the entire secondary as the safety was not there fast enough. And wow, what a play. How do you leave him that wide open in a 3rd and forever is beyond me. But Sioux Falls gonna tack on the extra point here.
Still incredible play.
Back touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't see much offense in the first quarter, but back-to-back offensive touchdowns as Julian Tyree gets his 2nd touchdown of the first half, where we'll update the stat right there, folks. Still, only 2 incompletions, and he has not had an incompletion ever since that 2nd interception by Mickey McGuire.
Wow. Yeah.
13 of 15 so far, 150 yards, or approaching 150 yards.
That last scoring pass as well to Kay Marion was no surprise right there. She is this team's leader in receiving yards, receiving average per reception, and touchdowns. So no surprise that she makes that catch in wide open space and scores for the team, and providing another score for Sioux Falls.
Nathan Barnett was the other player who got the interception in this game. This one obviously for the Sioux Falls defense. 1st and 10. Ball at the 29 as Ace Fennec and company try to keep pace with the Sioux Falls offense. His handoff goes to McBride. McBride finds a little space. and gets about 2 on the play. Tackle made by a couple of safeties, including Derek Williams. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
McBride actually averaging 4.7 yards throughout the season. Not averaging much in this game. She has only 3 carries also. So on that front, she has been unproductive, but it'll be up to this offense with Ace Fennick to try to make space for her.
It's free play on this one. The pass goes to the swing, and making a guy miss is the fullback, Bravado, but only a couple of yards on the play, excuse me, and Lone Star will accept this penalty.
And if you had a bingo sheet and one of those spots is no penalties in a full quarter, well, too bad. 2 quarters in a row, we've seen multiple penalties. This time it goes against Sioux Falls. And I think that has been the story of the penalty game, has been the defensive front jumping off sides. 4th defensive penalty by the defensive front for both teams.
Yeah, we really haven't seen any holding calls or pass interference or none of that. It's been just the offsides as Zach McBride gets the catch, but it will be short of the first down. Nick Fargo, the multiple-time All-Star, gets the stop just 1 yard shy of the first, and Lone Star will have a 3rd and manageable here. They can do a lot of things.
Yeah, Nick Fargo, a great tackler for this team, 82 tackles in the season, 9 tackles for loss. So when it comes to getting to the ball carrier, getting there quick, he does his job well, and he does a great job here preventing the first down conversion.
1st and 10, I formation here. We'll hand the ball off. McBride does not get a first down. Nick Fargo again makes the tackle, and it's going to be 4th and 1. And if I'm Lone Star, I'm punting this football. I'm not going for it inside my own 38.
No, I absolutely agree with that one. You know, you move the ball maybe 10 yards forward on that drive, a little over 10 yards, and, you know, don't force it. Just punt the ball, reset, let your defense work, and do their magic, the magic they had in the first quarter. Get the ball back.
AJ Levy returns this one to the 22-yard line. And the Sioux Falls Desperados offense that has been just unstoppable over the last 5 minutes of play will get the ball one more time. Julian Tyree again approaching 150 yards, 13 of 15. That's an 86.5 completion rate. AJ Warren has no catches so far, and this is going to go on a heavy set. Wells dots the eye. He will get the handoff, and GP Wells makes a spin move, makes a guy miss, and gets 3 to the 25.
And what's impressive with Julian Tyree, as we saw him hand that ball off, you're right about his completion percentage in this game, but that has been his sort of game plan all season. He is the 2nd best in completion percentage, probably care of all of his passes to GP Wells, which are easy short passes, but really protecting the ball has been his MO.
To throw again, GP Wells, can he make a guy miss? No, he cannot. Mickey McGuire makes the tackle for about a half-yard loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. Now, last time they had a 3rd and long situation, K. Marion burnt the Lone Star Glory defense deep. Let's see if they try to do that again.
Mickey McGuire just got brownie points from his defensive coach. What a tackle that one.
3rd and 8. Tyree in the shotgun. To pass. Tyree throws the ball deep, and the pass is going to be almost picked off by Albert Begin. Much better coverage right there by the Glory defense, and it's a 3 and out for the Sparrows offense.
And Albert Begin looking like a receiver for Sioux Falls, and his catch form right there. That was a drop, and he could have had that for a 3rd interception against Tyree, but instead they'll still force the punt, which is still a net positive for this defense. But boy, they could have gotten more.
4th and 8. And this punt goes away. It's a pretty decent one. Actually, a pretty good one inside the 40. And a fumble on the play. And Sioux Falls got it. Greg Soto cuffs the football up. And the Sioux Falls Sparrows recover inside Lone Star territory.
What a turn of events. If you can convert in a 3rd and long, well, let's punt the ball, force the fumble, and get the ball back ourselves. Wow.
Nathan Barnett, who already has an interception, now forces the fumble on special teams. And the Sioux Falls offense gets the football again inside the 40-yard line. And I think they're going for the jugular here, man. Look for K. Marion on a deep post right again.
Wow.
I think they're going for it all to throw. The pass is going to be short this time. Catch made by Aldi Lapre Sr. for a pickup of 5. And it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, probably credit to the the defensive backs downfield, preventing what could have been a long pass attempt by Julian Tyree. He really was looking deep. Ramos couldn't find a man, had to settle for Aldi Lapre.
2nd and 5 to throw the pass. GP Wells has it, and GP Wells breaks a tackle. GP Wells tries to make a spin move. Is unsuccessful. Will be about a half-yard shy of the first. 3rd and inches coming up.
Bogey Bar, good tackle on that one, preventing another first down. We've seen so many tackles on GP Wells this game where it was preventing a first down conversion on 2nd and medium, 2nd and long. This time preventing another first down, forcing a 3rd and inches.
2-minute warning. We'll be right back from Denton, Texas. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APA Music on Next Level Sports. We'll be right back. Third and inches. Welcome back to Denton, Texas. The Sioux Falls Sparrows trying to convert on the 3rd and short, and they will do it. GP Wells gets the first to the 27-yard line, moving the chains.
And with that, GP Wells already up over 60 yards of total offense. Unofficially, according to our statsman, by the way, thank you to our statsman on the stats truck. They have been incredible for us this afternoon. And who else was incredible is GP Wells in that point.
Another swing pass. GP Wells' 10th reception of the game so far. A 3-yard pickup to the 24-yard line. But GP Wells on pace to getting 20 catches in this game. 2nd and 7 coming up.
20 catches in this game, but also what looks like to be 40-50 touches overall. He also has 9 carries. So already you see how much the offense runs through him and with him.
Yeah, there it goes again. And GP Wells has an entire highway for him as he picks up a first down before getting touched. First and 10 as the Lone Star Glory defense probably looking a little bit tired so far.
Yeah, this Lone Star defense allowing not only him the highway, but you also saw Cornelius running downfield ahead of him.
Yeah, and nobody to block.
Nobody.
As GP Wells gets another catch, gets 5 on the play, and we will see the no huddle from the Sioux Falls offense. I like this move, actually, because the Lone Star defense is on their heels and looking gassed right now. Julian Tyree, another swing to GP Wells, and a 1st and goal before the Sioux Falls Sparrows call a timeout.
That's a good timeout. You have 27 seconds left. That's at this position in the field. It's probably still good for maybe 2 or 3 attempts before you settle for a field goal. But they are really going to be wanting that touchdown, extend this lead, and that way you can more easily settle in into handing the ball more often.
GP Wells still in the backfield after this workload, and GP Wells gets hit in the end zone! The GP Wells drive for the Sioux Falls Sparrows net them 6 points, soon to be 7.
The home team crowd is unhappy with how this game has turned out. GP Wells scoring the 3rd touchdown for this team, and GP Wells, we know him as an incredible scorer. He is the 3rd most scoring running back in the league. Well, I mean, 3rd most in terms of rushing touchdowns, and gets another one for his team.
Shout out to the offensive line too, not trying to take away any credit from the offensive line, which absolutely pushed around the Glory defensive line this in this possession. The extra point is up and good, 21-7, and this is exactly what you want out of your number 3 overall pick. This is just being able to build the offense around him. You know, obviously Julian Tyree and the receivers are very good, but it's very clear who the focal point of this offense is. And Sioux Falls leads by 14.
Wow.
Still 24 seconds left though. Greg Soto will get the kickoff. Last time Greg Soto was pretty close from taking this one all the way. As Greg Soto gets to the 40, past midfield, and Greg Soto is gonna go all the way. Touchdown, Lone Star. I didn't mean to do that. I mean, hey.
Ramos, you pulled a Lone Star card. They got a touchdown, and then just a while ago, you jinxed Greg Soto, saying that he almost took it all the way, and then he takes it all the way. I think Ramos, there's something special with you tonight. You're just calling plays right before they happen.
I don't know. Probably it's the South Division connection. I don't know. I don't know, but Greg Soto redeeming himself after that fumble on the punt return goes all the way on the kickoff return, and this is such a momentum shifter here for the Lone Star Glory, who really was on their heels as a team. You know, they allowed a touchdown to make it 14-7. They fumbled the ball in the punt return, and then GP Wells ran all over them. But it's a 1 touchdown game as the extra point is up and good. 21-14, 11 seconds left. But this is the time for AJ Levy, though, and AJ Levy, who's been on the sideline for a while. He's pretty rested. So he's one of the best returners in SFL history, so you never know.
We'll see on the bright side for Lone Star. Not only what this cut the lead for them to 7, since they're getting the ball back in the second half, it's also sort of good for them, so they have a chance to tie it up as the second half begins.
AJ Levy gets to the 24-yard line before he's tackled by Albert Begin. And with 7 seconds left, I'm just expecting another GP Wells run or swing and getting to the half. I don't think they're gonna try to do anything crazier than that. Though you never know.
You never know. Not with you on the broadcast call already calling 2 jinxes, potentially.
Yeah, potentially. It's going to be a handoff, and GP Wells gets inside for a pickup of 1. And Sioux Falls is content with a 1 touchdown lead. We are going to halftime. Sparrows 21, Glory 14. You're watching the SFL playoffs presented by APA Music on Next Level Sports. Cam and Mike, next. Welcome back to SFL Studios for the APM Music Halftime Report, along with Mike St. Green. I'm Cameron Irvine. 21-14. Sioux Falls has the lead over the Lone Star Glory. Your initial thoughts of the first half, Mike?
Believe it or not, if 21-14 game, you're not going to believe what I'm going to say. This is a defensive game. The defense came out and played very, very well to start this game, and they basically still are. You look at the Lone Star Glory first half totals, they only have 119 total yards offense. So that means Sioux Falls is doing something right. And basically Sioux Falls have taken advantage of a couple of great plays by Nathan Barnett with the interception and the forced fumble, and put themselves in great position to get some easy scores there. So defenses are playing great, but we have points on the board.
GP Wells, 23 touches in the first half, Mike. He's going to get worn down. And normally I would say you got to find something else going, but Lone Star really has not taken that pass to the outside away. They basically just given it to Sioux Falls and said, hey, we're going to beat you in another way. What would you do, Mike? Do you keep going to them until they stop it, or do you try to mix it up?
I think it may come back to bite Sioux Falls if they continue to work him that way. As you mentioned, 20 plus touches. What we typically see week in and week out, if a back gets that many touches in the first half, they have a tendency to wear down in the second half. GP Wells, he's a great player. It doesn't seem like he would possibly do that, but because he's been a workhorse for this team all season long, but they may have to find some other ways to, diversify this offense and keep Lone Star off balance.
Greg Soto, great first half. He was outstanding for Lone Star. They really mixed the ball around well on offense, and Sioux Falls had controlled the clock most of that first half. We didn't see a ton of Lone Star's offense, so we're still waiting for players like Ike McBride and Adam Williams to really kind of make their presence known. But McBride did get a late touchdown late in that first half, and that's helped. Soto's kick return is why this game is so close.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If that Greg Soto kick return was huge for Lone Star. They don't get that. They're down 14 basically going in at the half. They do get the ball coming out the second half, but getting that close and basically not having to do it offensively, basically, so to speak, it's going to pay dividends for them, at least keeping it a one-score game.
Quarterfinals kicked off earlier this afternoon. The Tulsa Desperados at the Vancouver Legion, and most of the excitement came in the first half of this one, Mike, as these two teams were feeling each other out. Vancouver trying to protect home turf. Mike, 5-0 Vancouver coming into this game in their playoff opener, but they are 0-5 in their second game of the playoffs, and that will be next week against either Vancouver or Lone Star and Sioux Falls. And this game started with Tulsa having all the momentum.
Yeah, that game started off with Tulsa doing exactly what they wanted to come in and do, control the passing game defensively. The secondary, they had 31 turnovers coming into that game, and there you saw one by Mace Haslip to get Tulsa off to a great start.
Off that interception, JQ on 3rd and 13, going to unload to Corey Jones, and that was one of the big storylines of this game today, Mike. Both teams' receivers in the first half stepped up and made some incredible plays, but Vancouver's defense held them to 3.
Yeah, Corey Jones had a great game. He had 92 yards receiving, and he did his part right there to help Tulsa get on the board.
Tom Pepper trying to get the offense moving, threw that one through a bottle in the ocean, as James Walters had a really nice first half. Pepper going to hit Killian to the outside, protecting the football, getting him into field goal range. But this play right here, Mike, this was everything. Kendra Hall.
Yeah, this is well covered right there, and see it tipped, and Kendra kept the eye on the ball, kept the concentration, able to haul it in and get Vancouver on the board.
I see what you did there. Able to haul it in, exactly right. Cameron Shaw misses on the interception. What a play from Kendra Hall. Legendary stuff there in the playoffs from one of Vancouver's top wideouts. Q trying to get the troops rolling. Moved the ball pretty well in the first half. It was a lot of what we saw from last week in D.C. JQ just not making any mistakes.
Yeah, he was really finding the plays underneath, and with the one time he did go long, we saw her here with DJ Hume right there with a huge leap and catch to get them in scoring position.
Douglas Brown, his best run of the day, sheds a tackle. Actually, it's coming up next, but gets the first down. Brown was key in the red zone to help give Tulsa the lead early in the second quarter. A little counter play gets him in.
Yeah, nice little counter run right there. The counter got blown up early in the game, but it worked right there. Great blocking up front, and Douglas Brown gets in to put Tulsa back ahead.
Vancouver's drive just before the end of the half started at their goal line, and Tom Pepper put together a masterful drive, including that reception to Chris Curtis. They ended up going 12 plays and 99 3/4 yards, Mike, as James Walters with another one-handed catch there. And here shortly, Chris Curtis going to make a leaping grab in the end zone to put Vancouver back ahead.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of Robert Redford in this little highlight reel right here, but he was a key player in this drive with a couple of first downs that he had to keep moving the chains. And then Tom Pepper basically just picked apart that Tulsa defense to get in the end zone.
Here comes Curtis going on a corner route, top of the screen, and just did get the feet in. Daniel Wright tried to push him out of bounds. Didn't have enough momentum. That was a huge touchdown right before the half to steal back momentum. It was 14-10. Tulsa got the ball to start the second half. But Mike, they went 3 and out, and that was like the theme of the second half, totally in mud as Robert Redford really started to turn it up.
Yeah, after that Chris Curtis touchdown, we basically saw the momentum totally switch to Vancouver, and Tulsa never could get anything else going pretty much the remainder of the game.
Pepper deep, wide open, Killian. Best play of the day for Killian as a linebacker had to get all the way down the field to make the play. You see there at this point in the game, JQ had no interceptions. We were halfway through the third.
Yeah.
He was taking care of the football. This is the play of the game right here, Redford.
Oh, yeah, Robert Redford with a great play. He had two linebackers out there, had a bead on him with a great spin move, and then he powered his way into the end zone, and Vancouver didn't look back at this point.
And that was it. 21-10 the score there, and 24-10 is how it ended up. Vancouver wins a slugfest in Canada, improves to 12-1 on the season. They are the #1 seed, and they will take on Sioux Falls or Lone Star. We'll find out in about an hour or so here on Next Level Sports. This has been the APM Music Halftime Report. Mike and I will be back here for post-game to preview tomorrow and get your early look at the first semifinal matchup on the board. APM Music Halftime Report. And you're watching the SFL on NXT. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, Medal of Honor Field in Denton, Texas. The Lone Star Glory will receive the opening kickoff of this second half. Mark, a Lone Star team that got a kickoff return for a touchdown to basically end the second quarter. And Greg Soto will have another shot at it. Soto from the 20 gets it to the 24-yard line, and Lone Star will be on offense again. I'm Ramos Lin alongside Mark Lopez. Is the SFL playoffs here on Next Level Sports. The Lone Star Glory trailed by 7 against the Sioux Falls Sparrows. In the first quarter, it was mostly defense, but in the second quarter, we saw a ton of offense as GP Wells just went berserk. To pass, Fennec, the pass to the outside is going to be almost intercepted. On the play was big number 26, I think it was, for John Marhart, I think, for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. 6'3", 218, 7 seasons in football.
That's who I thought it was too, but again, another play where it's a near interception. Both quarterbacks throwing these kind of throws, but still, let's credit to this defense. They have done their homework and are there on the play way before it happens.
2nd and 10, a handoff goes to Ike McBride. McBride gets 4 yards on the play, and Ike McBride has been basically non-existent in this game plan. That was only her 5th carry of the game, 1 catch, 6 touches, especially when you consider her production to GP Wells, who has gotten the ball 23 times.
Right, it's not only the yardage, you're right, it's the touches as well that she's not getting much of.
3rd and 6, ball at the 28-yard line. Fennec to throw, Fennec deep, and the step he caught! It's caught! Greg Soto for a first down. Greg Soto has been the best player on offense here for Lone Star today.
After that fumble, and as he was returning the ball, I think a switch flipped in Greg Soto's mind. He has turned into another type of beast with the return touchdown, a huge catch here. We might see a lot more of him. He's heating up for this Lone Star offense. He might be the key to securing a comeback win.
1st and 10, Lone Star ahead of the 50-yard line one more time. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. That's Williams, bottom of the screen. Man-to-man coverage showing for the Sparrows. The pump fake, the pass to the outside, knocked away. Nick Fargo, man-to-man coverage, gets the job done. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was good man-to-man coverage right there. Good discipline. Looking back towards the quarterback at the right time and seeing the ball, and therefore being able to make that play. That's the mark of a good defender. And with him in this Sioux Falls defense, he has been pivotal.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Ball at the 46-yard line. 3 wide receiver set. To throw, Fennec passes to the outside. That's Axis, and Axis does not get a first down. Just 2 yards shy would make it a 3rd and manageable.
So it's a good, clean, and quick out route for Axis as he cuts outside immediately, making himself open for Fennec to find him. And that they might be going for a similar play, or this kind of play, where it's just short passes to the outside or down the middle, where it's either wide open or just an easy catch for your receiver, so that a 3rd and short situation will enable sort of plays like this.
This pass goes to the outside, and making a guy miss on the catch is the tight end. Big number 80 here. Trying to get a name for you here, for Alvin York at 6'5", 255. The number 2 tight end moves the chains.
Yeah, big guy making a huge catch for another first down for Lone Star. And since Greg Soto made the return touchdown, they're rolling.
To throw again, Fennec, pass is caught. Deuce Fennec with the catch, gets 5 on the play, make it a second and 5 here. And a really good drive going on here for Lone Star, Mark.
Yep, absolutely. Only 2 incompletions in this drive. 2 out of the 7 passes that Ace Fennec already has. We had a 26-yard pass to Greg Soto. It is looking good.
2nd and 5, ball at the 24-yard line. Play action pass. The pass to the outside is going to be caught. That's Ziggy Roenick with the catch. 1st down, Lone Star.
Yeah, just killing them with 1,000 cuts. Just short passes to out routes. Another 10-yard catch right there to number 17, Ziggy Roenick, as you mentioned. So just doing it slowly but surely.
1st and 10. Fennec to throw. Fennec to the outside. The pass is on.
My
Tight
goodness.
coverage. In tight coverage, but caught by Soto for a 4-yard pickup.
I mean, the defender was also defending that, I think, pretty well. He was actually forcing outside leverage, sticking to the outside of the guy, and I thought he had an arm in the ball's way, but Greg Soto makes the completion anyways and secures extra yards for his team.
2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line. Fennec to throw. Fennec with time. Fennec to the outside. Pass is going to be incomplete. Trying to connect with Deuce Fennec. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6. This current drive, 9 plays, 66, make it 10 plays now, 66 yards. And Ace Fennec has been pretty effective so far. This drive started at the 24-yard line of Lone Star. And now they're up to the 10. First drive of the 3rd quarter. 3 wide receiver set. To pass. Fennec goes, and it's intercepted!
No.
He floated it to the end zone, and that gave Davis the chance to recover, and the Sioux Falls Sparrows have the pick.
I don't think that was the time to throw a rainbow. The ball had so much hang time that the defender could catch that from even more yards away from where that was intercepted from. But that
man.
definitely kills the drive, Ramos. That's unfortunate.
No, don't want to take anything away for Davis, who recovered brilliantly on the play, but that's everything on Ace Fennec. That's all on Ace Fennec. He gifted an interception, and we have another offside. It's going to go down. Julian Tyree gets sacked on the play, but it's going to be another 5 free yards. Oh, that's a killer there for the Lone Star Glory.
Absolutely. It could have been a tied ball game. That it could have changed the complexion of this game.
Number 76, defense, 5-yard penalty.
So we have the offsides by Bobo Caudill. 6-7, yeah, 3:30, one-time All-Star. And, Sioux Falls, that defense really can get to you when you start, getting those interceptions going against you. That's when GP Wells can kill you. To throw again, the pass to the outside, Wells, and Wells makes a guy miss. GP Wells gets 3 on the play, make it a 2nd and short.
Kind of what he's known for is just breaking tackles and running down the field, bringing men down with him. Another case in that one. GP Wells, we mentioned earlier, as well as Commissioner during the halftime break, that he had 23 touches in the first half. Out of 39 total plays by the Sioux Falls defense, he was 59%. He had 59% of all the touches in the first half.
Hand off again, and it's going to be an easy 1st down for GP Wells, who gets to the 34-yard line. Wells now approaching 30 touches here in the first, 25, 26 minutes of play?
Right. And soon enough, his stamina will come into question. How much longer can he sort of keep this up? Not to mention, still so much time left in the second half.
1st and 10. To throw. Tyree with pressure. It's incomplete. They left Begin on a one-on-one, and the offensive lineman could not block her.
Yeah, Tina Begin has been playing lights out this afternoon. She's had the tackle for loss on GP Wells one time. She's had the sack already. Actually, 2 total tackle for losses already on GP Wells. 3 total tackles for her. And she has been incredible for this defensive front of Lone Star.
10. Ball at the 24. To pass. Tyree with time to the outside. And making a guy miss is the tight end. And the tight end tries to stretch for a 1st down. He doesn't get it. But it's a 9-yard pickup as McGee on the catch. Trying to get a full number. J.J. McGee gets the reception, 3rd and 1.
Jimmy's just enough to make the defender miss. Not often do you see your second stringer tight ends make those kind of plays. A tight end, no less. He still makes it for his team, and you like that. As a coach, you like that.
It's going to be a handoff. Wells doesn't get it the 1st down. Push backwards. And it's going to be 4th and 3. Sioux Falls will be forced to punt.
Lone Star absolutely ready for that one. They stacked the box. They sent a lot more people for help as soon as the handoff was given to GP Wells, and nothing going for them. Good defense, good stop. you know, an interception happened for their offense. Let's get it back with good defense, and they sure did.
Back deep to recover, to return this kick is Greg Soto, who has a fumble on a punt return and a touchdown on a kick return. Greg Soto that time just gets a couple of yards to the 24, and Lone Star will have the ball one more time midway through the third quarter. Both defenses, again, just like it happened in the first quarter, with the upper hand. But we know that at any time, one of the skill players can go for a big gain. 4 wideouts for Lone Star this time. To throw, Fennec with time. The pass middle of the field is going to be picked off. It's going to be picked off by Levy, and Levy will return it to the end zone for a touchdown. But I think this is going to be defensive pass interference.
I thought so too. I thought it was going to be a PI. Will they call it? They do.
That's the DPI. Very close on that one. We'll hopefully we get a replay on this. On first glance, I agree with the call. I think that's a defensive pass interference. We will not get a replay, folks, but I think this is a DPI. I think that was a good call.
And Lone Star sort of counting their lucky stars, prevented the pick 6 that would have made things worse for them. Instead, they moved the ball forward.
10, Fennec to throw. Fennec, middle of the field. The pass is caught. Jumping for it is a tight end, Williams, with a pickup of 9 yards. And it's going to be second and short.
What an athletic catch by an athletic tight end. Adam Williams, that is his second reception of the day. 17 yards and 3 targets. So he is also productive.
Second and 1. Fennec to throw. Fennec pass wide open as a tight end who gets 15 yards approximately on that one. Make it, 13 yards on the play, 12 yards on the play. First down. And it's York again. Alvin York's second catch.
And we're talking about how Lone Stars and Ace Fennec, his ability to spread the ball throughout the regular season, throwing to multiple receivers in the game, making everyone shine. We talked about how he has 4 receivers with over 650 yards in the season. And again, showing it in here, like even involving his second stringers, his tight ends, his extra tight ends and receivers. And that has been what has been his success so far.
Heavy set this time is far formation, and York gets another catch for a pickup of about 9 yards. And actually, I don't think that's York. I think that's the number 3 tight end. That's number, is it 89? Yeah, number 89, Russ McGinnis. The number 3 tight end getting involved.
Everyone's getting involved. Everyone's getting their name called. If you're Sioux Falls defense, you're sort of starting to second guess yourself. Who will they pass to?
Second and 1, ball at the 36-yard line. To throw again. Fennec, the pass, middle of the field. Very dangerous. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Greg Soto's third and short.
Yeah, good call by the defense to collapse on Greg Soto right there. Greg Soto was on fire. Now that is his 7th target and 3rd miss thrown his way. He is the team's leading receiving, or in terms of receiving yards, which is why if you're the Sioux Falls defense, keep a close eye on him.
3rd and 1. Can they try to go with the tight end again? No, it's a handoff, and Pravado does not get a first down. Mateo Pravado with the carry, and the Sioux Falls Sparrows defense makes the stop. Do they put James Stroll to kick the field goal, or do they keep the offense? It's going to be James Stroll to attempt a 52-yarder. Left hash from the right-footed kicker. And the kick is up. James Stroll from 52 is good, officially from 51 yards, as Lone Star closes the gap, 21-17.
James Stroll, what a great kicker on that kick. James Stroll, despite attempting the 3rd most kicks in the season, he is making only about 80% of his kicks, so not the best mark in terms of accuracy, but this time, boy, he had the leg and he had the accuracy. He could not miss for that
AJ Levy back deep to return this one. He had a pick six getting called back on the previous drive due to a DPI. And he fumbles the ball!
Oh!
And Sioux Falls got it, man.
How
That's the
many
second
times?
time we saw a fumble and a kick return or a kick punt return. And Sioux Falls able to recover that one.
I haven't seen that many in a single game. I've seen maybe one in one game, but boy, both these teams are on playoff mode and they're just hungry for the hits, for the fumbles, for the turnovers.
1st and 10, ball at the 18-yard line. 5 wideouts on the field for the Sparrows offense. Tyree to throw. The pass is going to be picked up. Big return to the 10-yard line. Lone Star in scoring position again. And that's Robert. And I'm not going to try the last name. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Morzanowski. Thank you, Cameron Irvine, on the production set. Unbelievable pick.
Wow. What a pick. Al Delapre saves that one. That was a pick six. If I've ever seen one, but Al Delapre says, no, I'll save my offense and have the defense help us out in this one. Saves a touchdown, and boy, here we are.
Whoa, 1st and goal. The ball at the 10-yard line, and McBride gets the handoff for a pickup of 3 yards. As the Sioux Falls Sparrows will try to make a goal line stand here, basically. 2nd and goal at the 7.
That was Tyree's 3rd interception of the game, despite throwing the 2nd fewest in the season. He's already up to 3 in this one. QBR of 93.1.
12 personnel this time, 2nd and goal. The pass to the outside, McBride gets in, touchdown, Lone Star, they take the lead.
McBride is still the leading scorer of this team in this game today. This is her 2nd touchdown. The first one was a rushing touchdown in the middle earlier in the first half, and gets a 2nd one for her team. And boy, she does it well here. What a great block. Well, actually, I don't think the block was successful at the end, but she pushes in for the touchdown. And what a turn of events for Lone Star. First, their drive that was very successful to start the half gets picked off, but they force a punt, they get a kick, and then suddenly another interception, and they're leading this game.
23-21, Lone Star now with 17 unanswered points with this extra point. 24-21, the home team leads here in the 3rd quarter of play. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions, plus features from our content team, including Swamp Talk, Power Rankings, and many more feature series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL, as AJ Levy will return this one to the 22-yard line, and we'll see Julian Tyree's offense one more time on the field.
Julian Tyree wants to forget that last interception, and he better do it quick and not worry about it. They had an early lead, and with GP Wells in the backfield, you want to hold on to that lead and squeeze the clock. Suddenly, it's not.
10, ball at the 22-yard line. Handoff, GP Wells, and Wells will get maybe a couple on the play. They're gonna say it's about 1.5. 16th carry for GP Wells in the game, and to Lone Star's credit, they've done a really good job against the run. It's been more so GP Wells out of the backfield as a pass catcher who's caused the damage.
Absolutely, and that's sort of what he has been doing all season, is that he stretches the field by doing those kind of swing passes and running after the catch.
Play action. Tyree passes to the outside. The pass caught. Warren gets about 6 to make it a 3rd down and short on this one. The SFL has partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events and distribution. Live and in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are in the works. Visit raredrop.co for more info on what the company does in the gaming community, and follow Rare Drop Sports on Twitch at twitch.tv/rdsports. That's Romeo David Sports. Handoff, Wells, 1st down.
Oh, he gets
On a
it.
third and short, 3rd and 2, they gave the ball on the ground, and it was successful.
It's not too often that GP Wells is only averaging 2.7 yards per carry, but that is what he's averaging this afternoon, usually around 4.5, 4.5 or more for his team in the regular season. But you're right, to your point, his damage is on the air, and he did have the one touchdown on the ground, but will they use him again in this play?
To throw, Tyree goes deep, and the
Oh!
pass is picked off again! Bo Martin gets the interception. Bo Martin has been really quiet in this game, probably for the better, actually. And the Lone Star Glory get the ball one more time.
Wow, what a one-on-one victory over here. Gets the pass, matches his man one-on-one. And wow.
What an end to the third quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League playoffs presented by APM Music on Next Level Sports. We'll be right back. Put your fours up, everybody. Back here in Denton, Texas, the Lone Star Glory with a phenomenal third quarter, outscoring Sioux Falls 10-0 and getting a couple of interceptions, have the ball. Fennec with the pass, it's gonna be incomplete. What a hit. Right there by the Sioux Falls Sparrow secondary, as Greg Soto could not hang on to that one.
And target number 8 to Greg Soto, and good hit right there, forcing the ball loose. Speaking of the interception before this quarter, that was Julian Tyree's 4th interception all season long. He has never had a game with more than 2 interceptions, so this is a first for him this season. He has been incredible so far in the season, but in this game, rough for him.
Really, really rough for them, as this pass gonna go to the swing, and Ike McBride stays in bounds. McBride gets a 9-yard pickup. Very close from a first down, as Derek Williams makes the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and inches. A huge play here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows defense that needs to really stop the bleeding, as Lone Star has scored the last 17 points of this game.
Yeah, and it's difficult to stop the bleeding when Ike McBride gets those 9 yards. She hasn't touched the ball too much, but when she does, it usually has been impactful plays. She's had 2 touchdowns, and then that one, good run after the catch.
3rd and inches, ball at the 40-yard line. To pass, to the swing, McBride first down and plenty more.
Wow.
Ike McBride gets to the 33-yard line, a beautiful play call.
Yeah, and suddenly with this lead that Lone Star has, suddenly it might become easier to rely or to lean on Ike McBride with her running game down the middle or her, pass receiving game on the outside, sort of squeeze the clock, make the minutes drip, drop, and do it that way.
1st and 10, a handoff goes to McBride, and she gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. A great job by Derek Williams on the stop, and it's 2nd down and long.
I mean, overall, the Sioux Falls offense against this running of Lone Star has been solid. 2.4 yards per carry allowed on Ike McBride in 7 attempts. Only 17 yards of rushing offense from her.
2nd and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. 4 wideouts for Lone Star. The pass is going to be clawed middle of the field. A great catch by Deuce Fennick for a pickup of 7 yards. And it's going to be a 3rd and short.
Another 3rd and short situation. This is reminiscent of the first drive of the 3rd quarter for Lone Star, where it has been short passes down the center of the field, 8 yards, 9 yards, 10 yards, get your first downs, and then hopefully this time they convert on a score.
I don't want to jinx anything one way or the other, but I just got a Sioux Falls card. So let's see. The pass to the outside is going to be ruled an incompletion to Dave Axis. I want to take a look at the replay. On first glance, I agree with the call. I think that's an incomplete pass, but we may see a challenge from the Lone Star Glory coaching staff. There it is.
They sure do.
The home team.
It was close. It was certainly close. I think, on first glance, to me, that's an incompletion. But we'll see.
Because all you need is 1 foot in and possession of the ball.
I think the heel is out of bounds.
Perhaps, yeah.
After review, the play stands. The pass was incomplete. The catch was made out of bounds.
Ruled an incompletion as Lone Star is going to be charged a timeout. And that's a huge stop here for the Sioux Falls defense that has a chance to keep this game 1 score, in a 1-score difference.
Yep.
James Stroll will attempt the field goal here.
Another long kick for him. This time about 43 yards, I'd say, but another long one for him. They'll take it. Extends the lead to 6 points. You're right, still within 1 score.
The kick is up, and it is good. James Stroll puts the ball between the uprights, 27-21. Lone Star, again, continues with its streak, 20 unanswered points.
Oh boy, if you have a playoff bracket for the SFL, approximately 75% of the fan base is now sweating bullets. That's the amount of people who bet that Sioux Falls was going to win this matchup. At least according to the survey care of SFL Crunch Time. And Lone Star looking to be the underdogs in this game, at least according to the people, the popular vote. But just showing that they are here to win.
Yes, they are, as AJ Levy returns this one to the 23-yard line. And Sioux Falls will try again. 8 minutes, 44 seconds left in this game. And, it's not urgent for Sioux Falls to score in this one because there's still a lot of time, but it's urgent for them to protect the football, which is pretty unbelievable to say considering their record this year. Handoff is going to go to GP Wells, who gets a yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd 9.
Yeah, kind of out of character with all the interceptions by Julian Tyree. Then again, if you think about it, the way this offense is structured, the way it's running through GP Wells, you do expect fewer interceptions if the ball is either being handed off or being passed on a swing pass to your running back. But this time, able to force 4 turnovers.
Another handoff to GP Wells, and this one goes nowhere. Maybe half a yard at the most as J. Mart makes the tackle. 3rd and very long.
J. Mart and company really liking where they are right now, forcing another situation where Julian Tyree might have to throw again, and forcing another situation where they might be able to, come away with the pick.
Perhaps Tyree to throw deep, and the pass is incomplete. A great hit provided on the play right there by Lacey at the defensive back spot at free safety, and it's going to be 4th and 9. Sioux Falls will have to punt again.
And Sort of the problem with that is that it took them only 3 plays. A 3 and out for them really makes it so they have, lesser and less opportunities to have the ball back. Giving the ball back to Lone Stars, Lone Stars gonna keep bleeding the clock.
Yeah, you're very right, and this is a time for them to unleash Ike McBride, who has been really quiet, aside those 2 touchdowns. But we'll be right back after this commercial break. You're watching the Simulation Football League playoffs on Next Level Sports. Back here in Denton, Texas, the Lone Star Glory lead by 6 points, 27-21. And Fennec drops back to pass. Fennec, the pass is going to be caught again. What a throw. Greg Soto on the post route gets over 100 yards and moves the chains.
And man, after starting this game down 21-7 in the first half, they have scored so much. They are now leading 21-27 and have taken control of this game. We were looking at this during the break, but in this half alone, Lone Star has outpaced Sioux Falls 167 yards to 31 yards in the second half.
Yeah, it's been an unbelievable job by the Lone Star team as a whole here in the second half, as Fennec will throw again and the pass is knocked away. Great play by Barnhart on the inside, playing the slot, 2nd and 10.
Barnhart right there, keeping it close, keeping it tight for Sioux Falls, making sure that this doesn't get away from them too much. The thing that they want to do, their best case scenario, is to force a punt. A field goal will put it up to 2 scores. A touchdown might make it way out of reach for them.
It just may. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 29-yard line. Handoff goes to McBride. McBride pushes somebody down, puts another player down, gets 9 on the play, and it's 3rd and short. This is a time for Lone Star to really unleash Ike McBride and close this one out.
Absolutely. With how much this defense of Sioux Falls has been on the field, especially in the second half, they have been on the field so much. In terms of the time of possession, it's 9.5 minutes to 5 minutes for Sioux Falls. Lone Star with 9.5 minutes. This defense is gassed.
Yeah, it is. 3rd and 1. McBride gets the first down again. Derek Williams on the stop. But the Lone Star are going to take a couple more minutes off the clock. And they're really in control of this one. Sioux Falls, first half ended up on a down note. And it was really Greg Soto's kickoff return for a touchdown that really turned this game on its head. 3 wideouts. Look for Worm here. Williams on the slant pattern. The pass goes on the slant, but it goes actually to Deuce Fennec. It's incomplete, second down.
And if you're Sioux Falls, you're really looking for the defense to go back to their, their true colors of being the leading takeaway team in the league by a mile, country mile, around 43 takeaways in the season. They had 3 more in the first round of the playoffs. Second best team only has 37 takeaways. So on that department, Ramos, I think Sioux Falls is a little lacking today.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball at the 16-yard line. Split backs formation. Maybe Dave Axis here on a quick out. Maybe Dave Axis on the outside, or Deuce Fennec on the post. It's Dave Axis on the out. Axis gets 4 on the play. Make it a 3rd and manageable. I like the play call. Just make it a 3rd and short, and try again on 3rd down.
Absolutely. Still a nice cut outside by him. Nice and quick outside. Make sure he's wide open. Makes that catch a sure one. And 3rd and 5. Easy for them, hopefully.
Back to the inside. Roenick, what a throw and what a catch by the Lone Star Glory. 1st and goal.
What a well drawn out play that was. Just passing the ball at the snap. Allowing the defenders no time to react and, settle to jar the ball loose or deflect the pass. No, it was quick, it was snappy, it was complete.
I think there's going to be another throw. Lone Star really trying to put the nail in the coffin here. Fennec passes to the end zone, and the pass is in triple coverage, incomplete. Jeez.
Sioux Falls Nation, they're really hands are sweaty. That would have been a pick. That's very reminiscent of Julian Tyree's rainbow Fennec's rainbow in the first drive of the second half.
It really
Another
is.
one in that one.
It really is. Could have been the second interception in the end zone here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. And I think Lone Star are just going to give it to McBride. And after that play, I think they're just going to give it to 34. McBride inside, touchdown Lone Star!
And that is touchdown number 3 for player number 3-4. Ike McBride is gonna sort of start nailing the coffin. This is the first nail in the coffin. She is hammering it in with a huge touchdown for her team, putting them up 2 scores.
That's been the difference here in this game. Is GP Wells got so many touches in the first half that by the second half he was absolutely exhausted, whilst Ike McBride was kept pretty fresh the entire game, and that was her 3rd touchdown of the ball game. 34-21 Lone Star leads.
She has only 34 yards in the second half. However, that is still double of her production in the first half. Only around 16 yards rushing for her, but more importantly are her touchdowns. Just her ability to score when she is relied on. She has been 3 for 3 whenever the ball was handed off to her and goes for a touchdown.
Gonna be AJ Levy on the return to the 27-yard line. And now Sioux Falls desperately needs to put the ball in the end zone in this drive. They do need to put 7 points very quickly with under 5 minutes left in this game. Problem is that they have not been able to throw the ball deep. I mean, I can just remember the pass to Terrazas for the touchdown and also to K. Marion for the touchdown, but that's it. The pass is going to be deep, and it's caught. Oh. It is caught. Aldila Senior gets the first down and plenty more.
That's how to start a comeback in 5 minutes to go.
There you go. 1st and 10, ball at the 48-yard line. Tyree to throw. Pass deep again. Terrazas for a first down and more to the 28. And the no huddle continues here for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Look for the quick out this time. Trying to go with all 3 receivers. There it is. There's a quick out going to the outside. Marion, first down to the 18-yard line. Where was this the entire second half?
I know. The last 3 passes were the only passes over 10 yards. In this half, there has been no other passes more than 10 yards. They're either less than 10 yards or incompletion by Julian Tyree. So unfortunate for them. Now they are showing up. Now the offense is actually heating up again.
1st and 10, ball at the 18-yard line. 4 wide receivers on this formation. The backups are not in, we can confirm that. Julian Tyree passes inside, it's caught, breaking a tackle. It's K. Marion for another first down. It's a 1st and goal. And I don't agree with going to the no huddle now. It's 4 wide receivers at the 2-yard line. Play action. Tyree to the outside, knocked away and incomplete.
I mean, you're right. With the way, because they went to the hurry-up offense, you know, the defense has seen this play or this formation twice in a row, and suddenly in the end zone, they sort of can settle down for it. There is less yardage to sort of play with, and for the receivers to run around, suddenly defenders are able to quickly jump on the pass.
And goal, ball at the 2-yard line. We're going to see maybe GP Wells on this one. And no, Julian Tyree goes down. Tina Begin with a sack. They were trying to set up the screen, but the corner was just right there, and they were unable to do so. Tyree now swings it out. GP Wells cannot stay in bounds.
GP Wells, he had Lockett in front of him. He had the open space in front of him, but went out of bounds. Ramos. On the bright side, a field goal still keeps them within one.
I think you have to go for it here, Mark.
Think so.
I hear you, but man, it's because if you kick a field goal, it's still a 2-touchdown game. You know, well, 1 touchdown and a field goal, but you need to go.
Yeah, you're right.
You need to go. Tyree to throw. Tyree inside. That's way short of the end zone. And the Lone Star Glory make the stop and take over on downs.
Lone Star, the Undertaker is coming. They're counting the nails on the coffin, counting the minutes on the clock. They can smell the next round of the playoffs. They gotta settle their business and, you know, just put this game away.
Winner of this game travels north to Vancouver to face the Vancouver Legion, who beat the Tulsa Desperados earlier today, as Ike McBride gets the handoff for a pickup of 3 yards. And it really doesn't matter if Lone Star gets many yards on this drive. They just need to keep the ball on the ground and the clock ticking.
Absolutely. Keep the ball on the ground. Besides that, make sure that any other future plays prevent any weird sort of plays when it comes to like onside kicks or weird returns, weird punt returns. Just play good, solid, clean football.
2nd and 7, ball at the 9-yard line. Far formation here for the Lone Star Glory. It's going to be another handoff to McBride. No, it's going to be a pass to the outside. And the tight end has a first down. Gets out of bounds, though. That's a poor mistake. But a first down nonetheless.
Yeah, not only that, it also puts them sort of outside the shadow of their end zone, a little forward, at least still within the red zone, but still, leaves you more comfortable. Maybe if they wanted to pass, and the interception is less likely to be a pick six.
Yeah.
And all net positives.
12 personnel. Fennec to pass, and it's almost intercepted by Nick Fargo. York on the receiving end on that one, but Nick Fargo with the chance really to give Sioux Falls one more opportunity.
8 pass deflections by the Sioux Falls team. What if any one of those 8 deflections were hauled in for an interception? This game is a different complexion, but instead we are down here 21-34 Lone Star with the ball, only 2.5 minutes to go.
It has to be Ike up the middle, right? There she is. Ike McBride breaks a tackle, gets a first down. And that was an easy read for the offense. There was really nobody in the middle of the field as Sioux Falls were covering the outside for some reason. First down, Lone Star.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they were worried for a swing pass to Ike McBride. Ike McBride really thrived in the middle, at least towards the end of this ball game. And again, another huge pickup for her, another first down. And because it was a run through the middle by her, it keeps the clock running.
10 with the ball at the 32-yard line. And we have a split backs formation for the glory and an offside. The pass to York is caught for a pickup of 8 yards. The penalty is going to be... I will accept this, actually. Why? Because you get an extra down to milk the clock.
Yep.
I would accept this, but it's probably going to be declined. They accept it. I like the call. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. You don't get the yardage. Like, it's not going to be like 2nd and 2. It's going to be 1st and 5. But you get an extra down to milk the clock even further.
Absolutely. More downs convert on 5 yards. 5 yards means that you can potentially hand it off to McBride 2-3 times to convert on that 5 yards for another first down.
Yep. Split formation. Lone Star with a 1st and 5. Handoff. Pravado. Mateo Pravado breaks a tackle. Gets 4 on the play. Make it a 2nd and 1. And this is going to be the 2-minute warning. Lone Star. 1 first down away from putting this one on ice. It is a Simulation Football League playoffs presented by APM Music on Next Level Sports. We'll be right back. Second and 1, Lone Star 1 yard away from potentially putting this one on ice. I'm Ramos Len, alongside me in the booth is Mark Lopez. We've seen the Lone Star Glory really dominate here in the second half. McBride does not get a first down. It's going to be 3rd and inches, and Sioux Falls will call their first time out of the half. Coverage of the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports continues tomorrow with another quarterfinal doubleheader starting at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Defending champ Baltimore will host division rival London before Charleston takes on Louisiana. Visit NLSE.com to find Next Level Sports in your area. This is a weak eye formation. 3rd and inches. A handoff to the outside. McBride breaks the tackle and gets a first down.
McBride carrying her team on her shoulders, not only with her 3 touchdowns, but also with a game-winning first down rush for her team. And that should be it for Lone Star.
Yeah, we should see probably one more handoff and then a few kneel downs. Single back formation this time. McBride in the backfield, and it's gonna be a throw. Williams gets the catch for a pickup of 7 yards, and Lone Star, Sioux Falls will call their last time out. Weird call, but it worked for them. APA Music is on Rival Music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service, APA Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apamusic.com. We're gonna see 2 kneel downs, which are not gonna take the clock all the way down to zeros, but they're gonna basically leave Sioux Falls with like 10 seconds, which is better than putting the ball on the ground and, risking a fumble here.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with being 2 scores up. Nothing Sioux Falls can do in 10 seconds. At least that's the theory. But yeah, this Lone Star looking to be going forward and facing Vancouver in Vancouver in the second round of the playoffs.
3rd and 4. It's going to be another kneel down here for Ace Fennec, who really had a sensational second half. And it's going to be 4th and 6 coming up on the APA Music post-game update. Cameron Irvine and Mike Singreen wrap up Desperados and Glory, and we'll preview tomorrow's doubleheader on Next Level Sports, plus a first look at the semifinals next weekend. It's all coming up on the post-game update. Cameron Irvine and Mike Singreen here in a few minutes' time. Milking every second possible. Punting the ball right there at the 30-second mark. AJ Levy to return this one. And AJ Levy is going to go down, and harshly, Albert Begin puts him on the ground. Well, 25 seconds. Sioux Falls at the 15-yard line. Will most likely put 5 wide receivers on the field and just chuck it deep. I mean, what you have to lose?
Yeah, absolutely. Only downside to that, of course, is that you're facing an interception by Lone Star, who already have 4.
1st and 10. To throw, Tyree goes short to the outside. And Al Dilapre Sr. does not get out of bounds. The forward projection was in bounds. So the clock keeps on going. 13 seconds and counting. 3 wide receivers still. To throw again. Tyree, same pass. And again, short of... Well, actually got a first down, but getting out of bounds finally with 8 seconds left. Sioux Falls will have probably 2 more plays, and that's going to be the end of this.
You could almost feel like Sioux Falls has conceded already. I mean, at this point in the game, it seems impossible, but you still got to give credit for Sioux Falls. They still played a heck of a game, at least early on in this game, especially in the first half. Just unable to muster up much offense in the second half.
Play action, Tyree passes inside, it's caught, and the rest of the clock is gonna go away. Lone Star moves on and will face the Vancouver Legion next week. The Sioux Falls Sparrows' great season comes to an end, and Mark, I want to hear your thoughts. I mean, at the start, we saw Sioux Falls jump early to a 21-7 lead, and ever since, Lone Star put 27 on the board, and Sioux Falls did not score at all.
Absolutely. I think Sioux Falls lived and died by the sword that is GP Wells. They relied on him so much early on, and he did produce for his team. He did have 1 touchdown on the ground, and then, 3 touchdowns for Julian Tyree in the air. So, a couple of touchdowns for him in the air. So on that point, GP Wells, by the time the second half rolled in, was gassed, and you could see it, unable to muster much offensive yards for his team, nor did Julian Tyree muster up much for the passing game. And I think that's where it boils down to, is that when you're able to limit GP Wells in this season to less than 100 yards, he only has 99 yards total offense. When he was in this season less than 100 yards, the team was 0 for 4. And it showed here. It showed that he was the sword that they're going to live with and that's the sword that they also died with. But you still credit Lone Star Ramos. What an incredible team win.
Absolutely. Who's your player of the game?
I'm gonna give it to McBride. Despite not a lot of yardage, she still carried the load of the scoring, and she's spectacular. If not her, I gotta give it to Greg Soto, who sparked what I think was a turning point with his return touchdown, plus his 106 receiving yards.
I will give it to Greg Soto. He did have the fumble, but that kick return, as we said, really turned the game on its head. The game was 21-7 at the end of the second quarter. It looked like Sioux Falls was going to go up 14 at the half, and that game just completely turned the tide. Ike McBride, though, does get the player of the game. 54 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, 25 yards receiving, and another touchdown on the air for Mark Lopez. As the color commentator, I was Ramos Lynn. Stephen Hacker, Rochelle Colston in stats. We appreciate you for watching another presentation of the Simulation Football League. And stay tuned for the post-game update. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to SFL Studios for the post-game update, and heck a shim in the chat. We'll start there. It's never too late to join the SFL. Welcome back as Lone Star scores 27 unanswered, Mike, to take out the Sioux Falls Sparrows. An impressive team effort by the Glory today all around.
Yeah, a great team win from Lone Star today. They got Ike McBride going. She's not going to overwhelm you with, 150 yards and, 30 carries or anything like that. But, 54 yards rushing. She was efficient. A couple of rushing touchdowns. Had a big reception out of the backfield for a touchdown as well. 3 touchdowns on the day. And the defense played well enough. They were great up front. Tina Begin got things, the tone set for Lone Star up front. Yogi Bar had a big sack, and man, these guys, like I said, a complete team win, and they dominated Sioux Falls from the time that Greg Soto had the kick return right before half.
Got to give the offensive line up front for Lone Star some credit because Sioux Falls' defensive front is nasty, and they made life hell for Ron Cochran last week in their victory over Florida. And after they settled down in the first quarter, really kept Ace clean. The turnovers were not an issue. Sioux Falls was not able to capitalize on those type of things. And offensively for the Sparrows, it's a lot of GP Wells. It's all or nothing. They've always been that way. They really hammer the running back in both areas of the offense. And Lone Star countered in the second half. They had something to give them, and Sioux Falls really didn't have a response.
Yeah, you mentioned in the Florida Storm and Ron Cochran, who they played last week. I kind of was thinking midway through the third quarter, this game had a feel like that game had last week. If you remember, Sioux Falls being up 17-0 in that game, Florida made a comeback and seemingly ran out of gas, and Sioux Falls were able to put the feet back on the gas again and win by 17 in that game. But I was kind of looking to see if they would respond the same way in this game, but it seemed like they had kind of burnt GP Wells out in the first half, and they just didn't have a counter answer to say, we're going to go to something else other than GP once Lone Star seemed like they made the halftime adjustments to take him out of the game plan. Yeah.
Lone Star did a nice job adjusting in the slot, and they really kind of took that away. Defensive line was great too. Tina Begin, if I was Sioux Falls, I'd be trying to recruit Tina Begin because she's the last person I want to see. She dominates Lone Star every time they play. Last time they played, she broke Julian Tyree's arm, sent him out of the game. They ended up winning that game, and she was all over the Sparrows and GP in the backfield today. Would have liked to see a little bit more out of Cornelius. There was a couple there was a drive in that first half where he got involved and was open, but just didn't see enough, and Lone Star really controlled the game and controlled the tempo. So, Mike, an early look ahead. Vancouver and Lone Star, they met in Week 10. Vancouver won 44-34 in a shootout, but it was a very close, entertaining football game. Lone Star hasn't beaten Vancouver since Season 10, back when they were the Dallas Roughnecks under different ownership. And so a tough battle for the Glory, 0-4 all-time at Canada Field. Vancouver's going to be the favorite, but L.A. playing that underdog role and relishing in it right now. What do you think about the matchup for next week's semifinal?
Well, yeah, looking back on that game a few weeks ago, as you just mentioned, in Week 10, one thing that Lone Star is not going to be looking to do going into this game next weekend is have Ace Fennick drop back 59 times as he did a few weeks ago. You don't want to do that against this Vancouver team. As you mentioned, score 44-34. You want to keep these guys off the field, control the clock. Pound Ike McBride if you can, and I know that's what they're going to want to do. It's going to be a tough task. Obviously, Vancouver's only lost one game. The defense showed today how great and dominant they could be, especially shutting down a running game. So, their work is going to be cut out for them. But, for the Lone Star side of it, you don't want to drop Ace Fennick back that many times. And then you're going to have to, on the defensive side, they're going to have to do a lot of what we saw against GP Wells. They're going to have to keep Robert Redford under control. The last game, Tom Pepper, they played, he was close to 400 yards passing. So it's going to be a pick your poison type thing for the Lone Star defense against Vancouver. And then that's what most people that play that team. But but definitely control the clock, control the turnover battle, and they may have a shot to pull it off.
Should be a great one. Vancouver and Lone Star, first ever playoff meeting, too. We've had a lot of those this postseason, and we'll have more of those tomorrow as we've got another great quarterfinal doubleheader coming your way. Mike, let's start first with London and Baltimore in the early window. Divisional rivalry. London got them one time at the end of last season, and so we know that London has the spark to do it. Baltimore, after getting down early in week 1, pretty much put London in the rearview mirror in the second half.
Yeah, these teams are extremely familiar with one another, Cam. As you mentioned, London beat Baltimore at the last game of the season last season to ruin their perfect season. And obviously Baltimore went on to win the championship. These guys met earlier in the season, very first game of the season, and Baltimore got a lot of revenge on these guys. Then Johnny Pickler, the London quarterback, he had over 400 yards passing, but he also had 4 interceptions and was sacked 6 times in that game. London's going to have to do a much better job of protecting Johnny Pickler in the pocket, and definitely they need to win this turnover battle. It's imperative if they want to have a chance of beating Baltimore, because if not, we know that Baltimore Vulture offense is extremely explosive. The guys can score in a hurry. Ivory Irvin, Mac Chima, and guys of that sort, they can really put the points on you very quickly. So if London can avoid the turnovers and put themselves in the short field, they will have a shot at winning this game.
Charleston, Louisiana is a fascinating matchup in the afternoon because Charleston's Kentez Johnson hasn't thrown an interception in 3 weeks. He is playing probably the best football of any quarterback right now in the SFL. But the last time he played Louisiana, he had 80 yards passing, and Charleston got nothing on the board. 15-0. Louisiana won on all field goals, and Otis Boudreaux had such a good season, setting the record in the SFL, Mike, that he's an MVP candidate on the ballot right now as honors voting has topped over 200 votes in our community. But it's crazy. They say football is all about matchups. Well, on paper, it says you look at and you go, wow, Charleston, this is a nightmare matchup for them. But Kentez is playing so well. Yeah,
Kentez has really turned things around the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season. When he played that game earlier, he had just come back out of retirement. I think maybe that was his second game back. And, Charleston, they were trying to adjust and see, how they wanted to attack teams with Kentez. And I think they have kind of figured it out over the past few weeks. As you mentioned, only 80 yards in that game. But no touchdowns, but only 1 turnover. So that they didn't really turn it over, but I think they were just trying to figure out, how they wanted to play and how they wanted to attack teams. And then they were going up against one of the better defenses in this league. Louisiana, they were on a roll at that particular time. And, man, it's going to be an interesting matchup. A low-scoring matchup, I think, favors Louisiana at this time. And if it gets up into, above 20, 21 points, I think that favors Charleston.
It's going to be a fun one. And who knows, maybe we'll get some late final second drama that we're still waiting on. We got 5 more chances here in the playoffs, Mike, to get it done. And we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Well, let's get the drama in the second game. I don't like too much drama in the games that I play in.
Yeah. We don't need you. We don't need you driving off a cliff or something for a mistake. Trying to see if you're going to make a reception out there. That starts tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on Next Level Sports, and we'll be with you for another 4.5 hours of wonderful Simulation Football League action tomorrow. For everyone in our Simulation Football League broadcast crew, production crew, stats crew, everybody out at Master Control over on the East Coast, I'm Cameron Irvine. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music, and we'll see you tomorrow for more SFL quarterfinal action.